looked great in the first inning, and I'm sure you're thinking this will be pretty good. And then a little something happened there in the second against Darlington, and all of a sudden it was, like we said in the air, it was batting practice to start, and then it turned into a pretty good pitcher's duel.
Yeah, it did. I mean, two pretty good throwers on the mound. Taylor is all-conference pitcher from a year ago, and we've got two pretty good throwers, but we kind of look to him to be our number one. And then, Singer's a good thrower for them, too. And I was really happy the way we got off to a lead today. Kind of juggled the lineup a little bit yesterday because we've struggled to score runs. And tonight we get a little bit of a lead. And maybe it's just a matter of not used to playing with 4 or 5 run lead. But Taylor settled down, and real proud of how he just kind of gutted it out there. Didn't really have his best necessarily there for a while, but he really got him battled and kept us in the game after that second inning. Second start of the week, and that might have been a little bit of a factor today too.
Yeah, you're playing a lot of baseball this time of year. You'll be playing a lot of baseball again next week.
Absolutely.
How do you coach teams through that? I know you're one of many coaches this year that's going to have to talk about the whole major league schedule mentality to each week.
Yeah, but it's pitch. I mean, it's the next pitch, it's the next play, it's the next game. And we'll just always kind of have that forward-looking philosophy. And now, after today, they'll enjoy this for today, and we'll get ready for Monday. And all you can do is deal with the one at hand. You can't deal with that next one ahead. You can't deal with the one you just got done playing. So just next game, next pitch, next play mentality.
Let's deal with a couple of the stars of this ball game. Tarek Ulrich, for you guys, 3 for 3 with a sac fly. The sac fly gave you a temporary lead, and then as Tandler was saying, he was very much involved in getting that balk call as well. Talk about, let's first of all, his overall body of work. The leadoff double, I thought, set a pretty good tone offensively in this game. Yeah,
good player. And we just put him in that leadoff spot yesterday because we had been struggling. And we thought, well, here's a guy that can get on base, pretty good base runner, as you pointed out. And he makes a lot of things happen for us all the time. Not just offensively, but, boy, pretty good defensive first baseman here today, too.
Yeah, no question about it. Let's talk about that key play in the 6th inning. The balk call, you got the drop third strike, got a runner on. That guy gets forced. Then you've got a runner on first. Ulrich, gets on a nice little single, and all of a sudden you've got runners on first and third and some options.
Yep.
How big an option was the idea that you were going to try to induce a throw or induce something to happen there in the on the pitching mound?
Yeah, I mean, that was big. We had 2 of our better base runners on the bases, and that makes it a little bit easier to kind of do whatever. And kind of give Coach Howard credit for that one, coaching first. He just had our runner leave early, kind of sensing something over there. And especially with Cy and Tarek on the bases, that's kind of, we felt pretty good about making something happen at that point. Hey, in this league, there's going to be a lot of one-run games, and it's going to come down, we tell them all the time, it's going to come down to little things, and you never know which play or plays it's going to come down to.
And this game, it brings Darlington back to that group with 2 losses. It really looks like, Riverdale, Darlington, Mineral Point, Cuba City right now, the teams that are all in the mix. How do you evaluate that group? Is Riverdale still the team that everybody's going to end up chasing, or is it a dead even race?
Well, I don't know who's going to end up chasing who, but on paper, I mean, Riverdale is still the favorite. It's kind of hard to vary away from that until somebody proves differently. But boy, a lot of close games, and we're just going to keep on playing baseball and keep on trying to, the old adage, get these one at a time. Other thing I want to point out here today, a couple other things that were big for us. Cy Staver at shortstop, and boy, Turner Poet in center field. He ran all day to catch that one ball in the outfield.
Yeah, he did.
That was a big play, and that was a little earlier on, but without that play, we probably don't have a lead in the 7th inning.
I'm glad you brought that up because defensively, there were a lot of clutch plays out there today, and like you say, I mean, we talk about the one play that produced the run, but what about the plays that save a run?
Absolutely, and sometimes it's those that, kind of looks half routine, but not necessarily routine, but boy, Cy came in on a couple and then threw a couple kids out at first, and that play by Turner, that was big. And, ever since they changed the bat rule a couple years ago, defense has become more of a premium in this game, and I think that's a good thing.
It sure is, and if you guys keep playing it the way you are, it'll be a good thing going forward. Busy week next week, Dan. We'll let you enjoy the weekend and get back at it next week. Thanks for joining us.